I'm recording this interview with you during the Raider game as proof. Like I'm physically not watching the game.
I
So
got you.
if you see something that happens, you got to tell me because I'm done with them. I can't. I don't know what's the beat like in Oakland, man. Do people still support the team, or are we? Or is everyone a hockey fan now? What's up? What's
It's a
going on in
mess.
Oakland? Cuz?
It's a mess. Honestly, Oakland, it's not what it used to be because
Uh,
I still work at the shop. You know what I'm saying? I still
yeah, the
do
pizza
that.
shop for those that are tuning in. This is
Yeah,
your third time, I believe, on the show.
my second.
It's your third time. We did a. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I know I'm right. You feel me?
Yeah.
Uh, now, yeah. I work at my dad's shop. I don't know how much longer. With school and
Pizza,
everything
pizza,
going on.
pizza shop for people that
Yeah,
don't know
I'm a,
you.
I'm a pizza man.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, you
Call
see
him
two
dope.
black
Call him
ones.
Doughboy.
You feel me?
Yeah.
But I work in there, and I get to talk to a lot of different people, sports fans, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised. There's a lot of Lakers fans, Green Bay Packers, and like Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, dang man, I needed before we really jump into this. What kind of mood do you feel like today? Should we go NPR or because I could take it either which way
you know
for
what?
this
I'm gonna
interview
let
today.
you lead. I'm gonna let you lead. It's
Yeah.
your show. I'm just a
Yeah.
guest, so I'm
Okay.
gonna let you
Well,
lead. I'm gonna try
before
my best to follow.
right before we get started, let me just get some energy. Get it all on myself. So, if you ever need energy and focus, check out C4, the watermelon flavor, the watermelon burst. Anyway.
You truly are like a sponsored man.
Yo, they okay. So let me tell you the story.
Let's
So
go.
so for those of you guys don't know, this is my cousin Elias, 22 years old. Crazy,
Yes, sir.
that's nuts. Grew up around the corner from me, but you would have swore he grew up in the worst part of Oakland, which is crazy because he didn't. He grew up in the nicest, safest neighborhood.
I don't know what you're
Um,
talking about, man. You're
but
lying. I come off as
but
such a presentable individual.
hey, this is the way conversations work. Is one person talks and then the other person goes right.
Yeah, but you're giving false information. You know what? My bad. You're right. I apologize. I'm
so
sorry.
so you came to visit me maybe a little bit around May. Fantastic time. And I'd love to hear your recap and of the parts we can share on this
July 4th?
podcast. But you came, yeah, that you came around May or June, right?
July.
Down to San
I,
Diego, July.
I, I spent the 4th of July with you, man.
Word. Wow.
Man,
Well, yeah. So you came down to visit. I'd love to hear your recap on that. But yeah, we left that trip. I think refocused. You and I have been on a bit of a fitness mission lately.
definitely. Yeah.
Just trying to get back on. I kind of fell off a little bit. So number one, I appreciate you for keeping me motivated in this fitness journey. Like if people see my Instagram and I post a lot of like the only stuff that really does like I'm serious about is the people that are working out with their bare feet. That's the only people that really bother me. Everything else, like I just do it to show you that I'm there and to show
Yeah.
you that to show you that
Yeah.
I held myself accountable today. And then we started going on this pre-workout journey, right? Because the
Mhm.
way I hold myself accountable is if I invest money into something, right? So if I buy pre-workout, that means I have to take it, and
Yeah.
yeah, because otherwise, so it was a waste of money. So we started going through some pre-workout testing, if you will, and you put me on a C4. Now I was very hesitant and reluctant to jump onto
Mm.
the C4 bandwagon because
Yeah.
it's literally the name of an explosive. So
No.
uh,
Understandable.
right.
Understandable.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
want to be taking something that could, yeah, that people overseas are worried about, right?
Right. Right. And people here too, honestly.
But with that being said, I forgot the one I was using. What was the cuts? The
Nah,
watermelon
you had
cuts?
you had switched from cuts because you finished the cuts, you were trying a new one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Aolani.
Uh,
But I forgot to take that, and I just happened to randomly try the C4. I had like one of the best workouts ever, man. I was doing toe curls with 25-pound weights. You know what I'm saying?
Same. Yeah.
Yeah. And I made a little fake post on Instagram. They caught me. They responded. The C4 marketing team responded, and I said, hey, ship a package out to your boy. Say, help me spread the gospel. And they said, yeah, sure. And I wish
Yeah.
life was that easy.
You know what? I saw the word verbatim gospel. You know what I mean? And that is what it is, honestly.
Hey man, one of the worst managers I ever had at this company called, I'm not even gonna give them any clout, but she said you don't, if you don't ask, you don't get, and I feel like that's a horrible message for certain people like Bill Cosby, but in the business world and
Is this who you really are?
not a good person. So yeah, anyway, that was for commercial break. But no, back to our regularly scheduled program, man. How you been, man?
So man, hey, I've been good. Honestly, San Diego did me a lot of good, I think, like
Yeah, so you
given
came down to San Diego. You met most of my friends from back home. It was a random occurrence of timing, but that was my first time really like kicking it with you in a adult sense.
mhm,
Before it was always family functions and whatnot, but
yeah,
kind of break down what was it like? Like, what did you think going into that weekend? Coming down here, and then just kind of what was the what was your outtake from it?
contrary to, popular belief or,
Mm-hmm.
appearance, I think it was a lot of really good influence overall.
Mm,
And you yourself have argued this, and I understand why,
mm,
given that I was not sober most of the time I was down there. You know what I mean?
mm.
There was
High
actually a
off of
point,
life.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There was a point where I was laying on the couch and I could feel, or I couldn't feel any of my body, yeah, it was the 4th of July. I remember the Sunday.
Both our moms are gonna watch this.
I know. And I told my mom, mm, you know what I mean? So I ain't gonna say everything, you know what I mean? But there was a point, it was Sunday, it was like dark out. I couldn't look at the
Time
time.
time was blending together at that point in the
Yeah.
in the yeah.
And somehow everybody was on go mode, like, oh, let's go here, there. And I was just like, oh man, I would love to, but like, I kid you not,
Mm.
I'm saying? Arms was just, I was on the couch, laid out, not able to move. As soon
Yeah,
as someone said the Uber outside, I hopped out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Energized, like I had some C4 in me.
Yeah, you had
This
some
is
C4
not a
in
sponsored announcement. You feel me?
you.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, man. But just my time there, just seeing folks more grown than I was, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Seeing how y'all interact in the real world. Being outside of Oakland, because this city's a lost cause, if I'm being honest with you. You know what I mean?
Straight up. Like, I honestly like okay, so I work in recruiting,
Mhm.
uh, early career development, and now diversity and inclusion, whatever the hell that means. I say that because it's ridiculous that that's one person's role, right? It should be everybody's role. That's why I said it's ridiculous.
I mean, you're the black
Uh,
guy.
Fact.
You're the
And
diversity.
so part of the reason why, like part of the motivation, and it's gonna get hella corny, but it's honest. Part of the motivation for me to be in this early career development role slash intern, program manager, whatever, is like it is my dream to possibly one day provide an internship or a job opportunity for you or my sisters, right? Who are going through college. Because I remember going through college. I remember like finishing school, literally crying the week after I graduated at senior week because I didn't have a job lined up. I didn't have any type of internship. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. And I remember thinking like I had just wasted my life away
Mhm.
for 4 years and I failed. That's how I felt, like a failure. And I had to go through the whole applying to random jobs. I went, I remember I had one interview. The interviewer told me I was too good. He said I answered the questions too well, he wasn't, and they didn't want to hire me for that reason. Which I don't know what that means. But yeah, it was bad. So I navigated like maybe a year after graduation trying to figure out a job, and then I kind of stumbled into this staffing agency, of which the place where that woman gave me the advice, you don't ask, you don't get. So I had to go through a lot of shitty jobs. I had to like learn myself. And along the way, I had a lot of people that didn't have to, but mentored me, took time out of they're not getting paid extra to give me game. Another piece of advice that I learned that was really great for me was, Ox, you always want to keep it real in the office. um, you know, keeping it real is not going to get you anywhere. The realest part, the realest motherfucker is the direct quote. The realest motherfucker is flipping burgers at Burger King. Like, don't keep that shit in the streets. Is literally what this white kid from Boston told me. Yeah,
Makes
he's like
sense.
sometimes you gotta you gotta play the game a little bit. And so I mean, along the way, I've had a lot of advice, and so I'm in this role, and it is like my dream to give as much game to y'all as possible because I don't want y'all to have to go through some racial shit that I had to, and not know my self worth and worry about like if I'm a failure or not. So that's one of the reasons why I've stayed in this role, and I would love to stay in this position as much as possible. So now that I'm in a position where you're in college again, yeah, right, you re-enrolled. I've been trying to get you to convince you to get it done. Just get it out the way, man. Get that
Yeah,
degree now,
it made a difference.
before you have
Yeah.
any kids and whatnot. You go ahead.
No, I said it made a difference, you know? Yeah.
And I remember the day you texted me when you got home. Damn, I don't even cry that much. I remember the day you texted me when you got home and said that you were going to re-enroll in school and consider transferring down here. Like I did get emotional. I'm like, let's go. Because so many people drop out and don't finish. Right? Have to go through that whole like take classes here or there online, and then they have a kid or or some insurmountable hurdle comes up and it just keeps getting pushed out. And you told me you were going to finish when you're in this position where you have the ability to be back home with your family, and you don't you have low costs, you don't have a bunch of debt and everything like that. Like just it was great to see you taking that initiative, which I think a lot of kids don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So go ahead, talk about that weekend, man.
I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, because for one, it was just seeing where you were at life for me. That kind of made like a big impact too, because I was like, I've been on this P's and Q's to me. You know what I'm saying? Like the vision I had of you since I was a kid was, you know, I remember like Piedmont football, Penn State. Yeah, I mean, I remember Cornrow Ox. You know what I'm saying? You don't want me to bring that up, but that was like when you asked me who Ox is to me, I'm like Cornrow Ox with the Jeep. You know what I'm saying? Playing Get Lucky by Daft Punk with Pharrell on it. That was my core memory of, what I'm saying, taking me to go hoop with you and your homies way back then. I remember that. You know what I'm saying? That's a very specific memory in my head. You feel me? I remember I called you Chris Brown one time. So you look like C Breezy. I was in middle school. But you know what I'm saying? I was seeing Ox on P's and Q's mode. And I'm like, so I was like, let me see how grown up Ox living. Cause I honestly, like you said, we don't keep that family functions for it. I'm like, this is my funny cousin, but
How many
you know
times
what I'm
I
saying?
invited you down? And you and your brother, how
A
many times
lot.
have I invited y'all down? Yeah.
No, a lot. You have,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of reasons why I couldn't come, but I was just like, this is just I wanted to. I always have. And if anything, I feel like I did prove that when I booked I accidentally booked a bus ticket. I thought I booked a train ticket, never doing that again. From now on, I'm
Like
just
a
South.
bus down from Oakland to San Diego.
I
Like
will catch
true.
Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never getting on that bus again. That was stupid. I thought I got a train. I can't believe that. But I was so excited too. I was like, I'm gonna be on this train and stuff. You feel me? I like trains. You feel me? Who don't? You feel me? Um, yeah, I mean, and I just ended up on a bus. I felt like I was in high school again. You feel me? But it was in the worst way. You know what I mean?
Hey, you see some parts of America or California that you never thought you could see, huh?
I never wanted to see, honestly. Like it's. Yeah, I mean, like Bakersfield it's cool being a CSU that I don't ever pass through. You know what I mean? I don't even know if I passed through it. That's just kind of what I assumed, you know. Some part of it smelled terrible. I don't know if it was someone else on the bus with or I don't know,
With
man.
all that
But
being said, you say Oakland's a lost cause still, huh?
Oakland, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, there's stuff to do out here at least, you know.
You
And
know, it's funny because you and my mom and Steve and everybody back home, y'all always text me like so and so's car just got broken into, or the neighbor's house just got ran up and shot up. My mom's neighbor just was murdered a couple months ago, right? And
Mhm.
then y'all follow that shit up with, "Why don't you ever come home?" I'm like, "Come home for? What are you crazy? I'm the most dangerous person in San Diego. I'll stay down here."
Man, you were, and then when I came down, I feel like I was. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest with you. So it might have been G was the most dangerous. I ain't gonna lie. You feel me?
You pulled up with a chain with your name on it.
I'm a fun guy.
Well,
What can I
no,
say?
not like those like New York girls that have the like little, the little Tiffany's and the little whatever Stephanie's. No, you pulled up with a big ass.
Hey, that is actually my Zoom like picture. Hold on, I'll show you. It's me right there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I'll be able to let my
So
classmates know. You know what I'm saying?
what
But
about that weekend made you so before we get into what made you re-enroll, like here's the NPR part. You kids, I feel bad having to be in this pandemic because this is time y'all will never get back, right? This is a time when you're supposed to be interacting and messing up and like learning about yourself and learning what doesn't work and who you fuck with and who you don't fuck with. And you were not having a great time at Santa Cruz, UC Santa Cruz. And you were going during a pandemic when a lot of people were considering dropping out, taking a year off, going to school remotely, which sucks because like 70% of the fun being in college is just laying around the dorm room and just having your homies run by the hall, say something to you, whatever. Those like you missed those moments when you were doing everything on Zoom. So it is a shame that you went through that. So what went down that made you drop out or take a leave of
honestly,
absence?
too much to even talk about in the time we got. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
and it is some stuff I just kind of want to leave in the past too.
Okay, that's fine.
Part, what I'm saying, I was at fault in some things at Santa Cruz when it came to academics and even personal relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be honest
Mm-hmm.
with you. But there were a lot of factors, honestly. Like I
Mm-hmm.
neglected certain aspects of school.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of wanted to chill more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of mental stuff too, honestly. Like Santa Cruz
Mm-hmm.
isn't a for me, it's not a city
Mm-hmm.
for me, I should say. And then so coming straight from, Oakland to Santa Cruz to pandemic to back to
Mm-hmm.
Oakland in the pandemic while going to Santa Cruz.
During
You know
race
what I'm
wars, like you were dealing
saying?
with the
I'm
pandemic,
so
you're dealing with race war, like crazy, like America
dog.
discovering racism for the first time in 2020.
Hey, you know
Crazy.
what? Speaking of race war, someone hung up the worst nukes I ever seen in my life at Santa Cruz. It was comically bad. You know what I mean? Because I was like, I wasn't. I was big time involved in like the Black student organizations and everything, and
Right,
Santa Cruz and everything. So of
right.
course, I woke up to a text, someone a big old paragraph. Oh, someone hung a noose on campus, and I was just like, oh my god, like that's terrible, isn't that? Like, let's deal with it. And they
Yeah.
sent me a picture, but I laughed. You know what I'm saying? I was darn. You feel me? I'm like, it was literally just like a string. You know what I mean? I was like, it wasn't
Why?
even a noose.
Why is this a trait of our family? At at crisis, we just laugh.
That wasn't a crisis. I'm like, dude, if someone tried to get one of us with that noose, we falling
Yeah.
off the tree. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a, I.
It was
It's
poorly. It was
honestly,
poorly tied.
yeah. I'm like, honestly, you could probably handle whoever tried to tie that up. You know what I mean? Just, what I'm saying, one on whoever. You know what I mean? I was not intimidated, threatened. I was like, y'all suck at being racist. How you bad at being racist? It's very easy.
It's so easy. Hey,
It's,
so racism is crazy to me in the pure fact that y'all just don't be eating other people's food. You just be
hey,
eating beef stroganoff every day.
stroganoff is ridiculous, dog. Like, oh
Like just
man.
from a pure food standpoint, how are you racist?
Like what's there? Okay, like I guess if you're eating like pasta and everything every day, it's cool. You
Be
know what?
careful
Nah,
now. Be
because
careful
I
now.
say, hey, I I like me some Italian cuisine. You feel me? Hey, sorry to the ancestors. I know how they tried to run up in Ethiopia, but they got some good food. You feel me? I'll be honest with you.
Hey, it's Italy ran up on Ethiopia and we took their recipes and they did.
That's what I'm saying, man. And now my
And
mom's
we
make
kicked
the
them
best
out.
lasagna I ever had. Straight up, I'm gonna be honest with
Why do
you.
Ethiopians make such good lasagna?
I'm saying they didn't drop their cookbooks when they was running away. I'm just saying, you feel me? Hey, somebody had to pick it up. You know what I'm saying? Get it translated, Rosetta Stone. You know what I'm saying?
I said, oh, hey, Aubrey and Angelique, I forgot which one. They was on travel soccer teams when they were growing up, little studs. And uh one of them, the girls are playing a prank on her, and it was Angelique, I think. She traveled with the little beanie baby or whatever the fuck,
You
and
told
she
me.
couldn't
Yeah.
she couldn't find it. and one of her class or one of her teammates or a couple of the teammates had tied it up in a noose and hung it in her bathroom as a joke, right? I don't. That's egregious.
The accent. Come on, bro.
If they
Come on, man.
if they really as a racial thing though, like, dude, what do you think? Little maybe
This one
this
like
is
high school,
maybe
right?
eighth grade. I think this is like eighth grade,
Eighth
man.
grade.
Eighth
Okay.
grade, seventh grade. Yeah.
I say, first of all, someone need to contact that girl parents. You know what I'm saying? She definitely
Mm.
getting taught something wild at home. You feel me? Like, what's her
either
daddy talk about? You know
either
what I'm saying?
daddy's racist or
Yeah.
mom is a kink,
Yeah.
is a freak.
How's that black on your team doing? The black. You know what I'm saying? Not the black one, the black. You know what I mean?
Or she caught mom and dad tying each other up. That's what I'm like. It's one or the other, bro. It's one or the
I don't think it
other.
was that one, Bucko. I don't think, you know what I mean? And if it is, hey, more power to them. Hey, you know what I mean? Maybe I'm young. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm young. I
It's
am.
E20 right here, bro. You remind me of E40 all the time.
Man. Yeah,
Oh
I'm finna get them
man,
glasses. These are old. I'm finna switch them up and get the
the
E40. You know
Einsteins.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, the
I'm finna
Einsteins.
walk around with the, you know what I'm saying? I got the
So
fitteds and everything.
so so what about the weekend you came down? We jumping everywhere. So
I know.
race wars. So what about that week made you want to re-enroll?
It
Just
was a
say it was
mix.
me.
It was a mix of a lot of things, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you know what I'm saying, I consider you a successful. You are a successful person. You know,
I'm
no two
decent.
ways about it. No,
I'm
no,
decent.
you a black man from Oakland. Stop looking at the TV, man.
Yeah,
It's
we
not
are losing, bro. We are
gonna make you feel
losing.
better, bro.
We're so
Hey,
trash.
matter of fact, what
Uh,
changed? I swear, growing up, Raiders used to lose all the time, and everybody still be turned up with bottle, you know, some heme and everything. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? We're from
mm.
Oakland. We're a Raiders fan. That's how we do. You feel me? Still sporting the, you know what I'm saying, the black and silver and everything. You know what I mean?
Win or lose, we bipping.
I'm saying rain or shine. You know what I'm saying?
Rain or
Straight
shine.
up. Hey,
We. One thing we finna do is bip.
exactly. That's celebration right there.
It's a bip anniversary right there.
Yeah, not my car though. You feel me? Not mine. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else, not mine. You feel
It
me?
is crazy. My toxic Oakland trait is walking around and looking at inside people's cars because
Yep.
down here in San Diego, everyone leaves their stuff in their car. And I tell my friends, I'm like, hey, you should put that away. And they all look at me like I'm about to steal their stuff, right? I'm like, oh, all right, just and then let them get their car broken into.
No, it's ridiculous how many people actually still leave stuff in their cars now. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't say my car completely empty. I might have like, honestly, I got like a truly can in the back seat. I
Mm.
don't plan on ever drinking it.
why why are your knuckles so oily, bro? What
I
kind
told
of
you I put Vaseline on. You know what I'm saying? It's that time of year. You know what I mean? I called my boy up yesterday, the same one, and I looked in the camera. I didn't even say anything because we FaceTime. I looked in the camera. I didn't say nothing. I was like, man, I'm kind of pale now. You feel me? Like that time of year for real. The bay get cold. It get cold in the Canadian Goose. You feel me? So you won't catch me drinking no Canadian Goose though. I can't. I can't.
So what about that weekend?
The weekend was great. It was amazing. You feel me? Um, you know what? It was a big thing for me too, because I was coming in to that weekend, kind of seeing a bunch of my friends and stuff, people I met my freshman year, roommates and
Right.
everything. They were graduating and stuff. And
Yeah.
while I was extremely happy for them, I was kind of reflecting on myself, like, man, like at least why didn't you graduate for real? Like I did
Mm-hmm.
have like a bunch of stuff going on, which is what I'm saying? Like, and I did try twice
Mm-hmm.
with him. I dropped out twice. I really want to specify that. Like, you can look at my Twitter bio. I want to pull it up actually. Hold on, because it do say
Two-time
uh
dropout.
2 times UCSC dropout. Uh, exactly. I don't even know if you can
that's,
see that, but
that's oh
uh,
my god.
who that say that? UC.
You
UC
you
dropout.
got reaccepted and then dropped back out.
Yep.
You're like,
Yep.
actually, you know what?
That was for the culture too. I ain't even gonna lie. They was finna kick me out. I had a Halloween party and disciplinary committee emailed me and something. I knew this was finna kick me out. I was like, drop out. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I didn't even want to be there. I don't know why I even went back. It was not a good school for me.
If you could redo it, would you have chosen a different school to start off with, or
Oh
or
man,
did you, or was that experience necessary in your life?
dog. If you like, okay, I will say this. I do. I do think it was a necessary experience, but I
Mm,
wouldn't by choice do it again. You know what I mean?
mm,
Like
mm,
if I could go back
mm-hmm,
in time, honestly, drop me off like November 2016 when I'm applying to schools
mm-hmm,
and let me, you know what I'm saying? I'd run everything. You know what I mean? I'd be a
mm-hmm.
SF, I'd be a graduate because that's where I'm planning on transferring. Honestly,
Oh,
like
you're not coming down here anymore.
I mean, I'm still applying. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I was looking at the all the online. You know, I do my research. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Boy, oh boy, I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? So
yeah.
we gonna see, but I definitely would have gone into SF State. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if people call it Frisco State, but that's just kind of what comes to my mind when I think of it anyway. But
What
Frisco State,
what is motivating you at this point to
it's
get,
just
to stay on that stay on track at this point?
it's honestly just what I want to do in life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to do. I hate when people come to the shop and they be like, "Oh, you gonna take over, right?" Like I hate when that comes up with old people for some reason, or even young people. I'm just like, no, do I look like someone that's passionate about pizza? You know what I mean? Be real. You know what I mean? Be real. Do I? I don't think I strike you as a person that makes pizza for a living and wants to do
You
it. You
taking
know?
that disrespect? You gonna take over
So
the shop one day?
a little bit. I'm like, do you think I'm passionate about this? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, your dad's pizza shop like molded men. Well, molded people. I don't want to be misogynistic, but like that was like a rite of passage in our family. That as soon as you could walk, you was working at the pizza shop.
I tell you what, it is
Uh.
not anymore. It is not anymore. My sister don't know how to make a pizza. It's ridiculous. I be looking at my sister. I'm like, how did I survive? You know what I mean? But she was over there playing on my mama phone or something. She playing like
Yeah,
Roblox. You know how the kids be playing Roblox, and
yeah.
I don't know, man. And I seen her ankles, boy.
Do
This
not
is
flame your
limited
little.
edition cocoa
Do
butter
not flame
latte.
your little sister right now.
I'm not. I'm flaming my parents, honestly, right now. You feel me? And I love them to death. I do. Oh my goodness, I do.
Your dad. You do you realize that your dad is literally like the walking embodiment of the American dream, though? Like that whole commercial about I used to work at McDonald's and now I own one. Now I own two. Like your dad straight up coming here, like living on couches,
Oh yeah,
working at pizza shops. It started out in the back, bringing home leftover canceled orders for me and my brother growing up. Like we used to fiend for that.
yeah.
The one in Montclair to end up franchising his own, becoming manager and franchising his own pizza place. Like that is it. It's a slept on story art.
Oh no, most definitely. Dude, I tell people his story all the time. I'm really proud of him, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it's super inspirational and everything. Do I want to live it? No, but
No.
I'm. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a legend. You know what I'm saying? There's
Yeah,
no two
he
ways about
is.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? I wish more people knew too. Like I always tell people they're like, oh, this used to be a round table, this and that. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we could talk. You know, I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, Pop's too humble about it. I'll be honest with
Meeting people that are from the Bay Area, are from Oakland, and lived in the hills, it is so fun to drop that. Like, yo, by the way, did you know you ever Keller? There's only one place to eat on that street, right?
you. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
only that one place, and it's the pizza place, right? So like people that live in the Oakland Hills that I meet out, and Virginia, wherever, San Diego. Hey, you remember that pizza place on Keller? Yeah, that's my uncle's spot. Like, it is such a cool dime to be able to drop on people.
You know, it's
I
such
have
a
a bunch of random facts.
it's such a flip for me though, as like the son of the owner of the business and everything, right? Because it's like
Yeah.
it is like honestly super cool. I'll be saying that too,
Mm-hmm.
but at a certain point, it's like you grow up in Oakland. Oakland's a small city, right? So you
Mm-hmm.
meet people that you just haven't met for some reason, but you've always been like with them.
Right.
So you know what? I might tell you the story off camera actually, but
Mm-hmm.
or outside the recording, whatever.
Yeah.
But long story short, apparently Pops just knows everybody I don't want him to know. You feel me? So it's just like, or like at least everybody knows him,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just like, man, like y'all just have so much power on me. Like, what happens if they snitch? You know what I mean? Like, now
Uh,
what? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, as cool and laid back as my parents are, they still is them them old African folks, you know what I'm saying? Them super Christian, and I love them for it. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see people that are like confident and strong in who they are, but like
Yeah.
that don't always benefit me if I'm being honest. You know what I mean?
What are some of the third world things that you had to unlearn to like be a functioning member of society? And obviously, you and I are not functioning members. Like we are fucking,
Thank you.
we,
Thank
we
you for
are,
that. I
we are,
appreciate you.
we are like the amount of stuff that passes through my filters and actually does come out my mouth, and people still think it's out of pocket is like you should see the stuff that doesn't make it out.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest, my filter needs to be changed, honestly, dude. Like, I don't talk to people anymore for this reason. Like, I talk to my close friends and you,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's about it. Because if
yeah.
they, you know what I mean? Like, at this point, why do you think I don't be posting on Instagram no more? You feel me?
I'm
Like,
so glad you can unsend text now. Thank
God,
God for that update.
oh, dude, honestly, with me, I send a text and I wear like a badge, honestly, dude. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, I said what I said, honestly. But that's the problem. I said what I said. I just shouldn't say things. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
So, man, what was the question again? I completely forgot.
What were some of those like third world customs that you were just used to that you kind of like had to unlearn or adapt around to like feel like you can blend in with society, everyday society when you're in college or working in a pizza shop or now you're, you know, taking classes again and you know, just like communicating with other friends because I know I had to there was a lot of things that were different for me. You know, growing up with dad and mom's house different. It was like going from literally at my dad's house up in the Oakland Hills to like
Uh,
the the third world and my mom's
right.
every other week for me. So I at least had that blend of seeing my dad and
See,
then going to my mom's.
I still don't know to this day what's the third world things that I'm trying to unlearn because
Mm,
honestly, I,
hmm
I I have no idea, right? Like my comparison was, I grew up in the two-parent household thing.
hmm
Both sides is third world, third world, third world, though. You feel me?
Right, right.
That being said, I did have like, I went to Montclair Elementary, so it was like super uppity, you know what I'm saying?
hmm
The rich, I had rich friends, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then, as I grew, you know what I'm saying, the economic of everybody around me kind of went down, right? You know what I'm saying? I went to
Yeah.
Montclair, then I went to Montclair, then I went to Skyline. You feel me? So it's just
Right.
like my friends at that point, they didn't have like third world experience, but they had like third world experience. You feel me? Like Oakland and everything.
Oh,
So it's just
right,
like
right.
it,
You said
it was definitely,
Oakland's a third world.
yeah, straight up. No, it definitely is. It's like a fourth world, honestly, bro. It's bad, dude. Like, you understand, man. Like everything is damaged or it gets damaged by the damage of the damage. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a
See,
bad city, man.
see when
I didn't
Oakland
know
was
how
coming,
dangerous Oakland was.
when Oakland was getting gentrified, everybody was complaining about it, and I was like, yeah, but the potholes are gone. You know, like I was like,
They're
yeah,
still
but
here.
oh
They're
no,
gone
but
on
like there
certain
was
streets.
I before I left, there was a moment where like it was all the yuppies coming to Oakland and they're not respecting our, you know, our diversity and not respecting our neighborhood and our communities. But it was safer.
Hey, I'm being
And
honest.
uh,
I hate to admit this on like a
mhm.
recording of, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you can edit
Mhm.
this. It's all good.
No, I'm not
I'm
editing
with you
shit.
though. Okay,
Yeah,
fine. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. It's all good.
yeah,
Like I said, I say what I say.
yeah.
Dog, I'm be honest. I enjoy gentrification at this point. Like in
I do
Oakland.
too.
Like I do feel bad for the people that get, displaced and
Pushed
everything.
out.
Like
Yeah,
it's your home and everything. But at the same time, what's Ray doing? Where your son at right now? You feel me?
straight up.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So um,
Right.
it
You are
doesn't
so
necessarily
man.
mean that
Africans are
people,
so racist. Jesus
oh
Christ.
man.
Africans
You know
are
what I'm
so
saying? I've been stuck in this house with
racist.
them. It's just it's
um,
I have no good influences anymore. You know what I mean?
my thing is like that is literally how America and the world is has been. Like things change. People
Yeah.
discover new things, and I mean the Native Americans, right? Like oh look, land, you know, and they just you know the Europeans or whatever in the Spanish took that over.
I
Is
mean,
that
I ain't
right?
even gonna
No,
say
but
it's the
that's
same
literally
thing.
huh.
I ain't even gonna say the same thing because from what I know about history, they was functioning really well here first. You know what I'm saying? Like that was just a tragedy. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't it be
Um,
crazy if it was actually like balling and we just I mean we and the Europeans just like took it?
I was gonna say it's a strong we right there, Bucko. You know what I'm saying? My skin color a little too dark to qualify for that one. Matter of fact, they hated people like us. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Have you done your ancestry, your 23andMe?
I don't
It
have
would be
to.
a waste. It would be a waste of money for you. But have you done
Honestly, there's a reason I haven't actually.
it?
I'm scared. I'm not fully black. It's a real fear. Nah, you could laugh all you want, dude. You know how many times people thought I was Indian growing up? And like, you know what I'm saying? No hate to Indians.
Hey,
Uh,
your mom's side of the family, y'all do look kind of Indian. Some of the women look Indian.
I know.
Yeah.
Most of the women look Indian. I think all the women look Indian. But that's you know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
Again, no hate to Indians and you know what I'm saying, a little hate to Italians, but that's it. You gotta understand that. Oh, that's a big percentage of the well, hold on, go a little down to British and Irish. You ain't got no Italian in you, huh? Right? Because that might
Nah,
alarm me a little bit because you know what I'm saying, we share the same.
I got 1% East Asian, so that's probably why I'm so smart. But um,
I'm gonna be real. I think Ethiopians are kind of the Asians of Africa.
what? No, they're the Mexicans of Africa. If you
Nah,
want to
dude.
punish them, if you want to punish an Ethiopian, give him the day off. He will be distraught. They
Nah,
love working.
nah. See, that's my thing though. I
Uh,
argue there's more reason why we're the Asians of Africa. You feel me?
huh.
Uh, First of all, we're extremely racist. Now I say
Oh,
we, and I mean it. You know what I'm saying? We,
no,
I have
it's racist, but no, it's more so like uppity. What's the word I'm looking for? It's like classist. It's like they've never been conquered, so it's like the Black Americans were the slaves,
look,
huh?
look. I've shared the story with you. I think I went to Austria to go visit my cousins, my auntie, and my uncle, right?
Uh huh.
And Austria, first of all, super bougie. I love it out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Shout out to them. Not for the 40s thing. You know what I'm saying? That was terrible. Uh, but I went over there to visit my auntie, my uncle, my cousin, and everything. And I was talking to my auntie. We was on a little hike, and then I forgot how it got brought up, but she was telling me never to date a black woman in America. And
Damn.
I'm like, you went from Ethiopia to
Yeah.
Austria. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I love you, auntie, but what do you know about Black America? You
Right.
feel me?
Right.
I live,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
Grew up with them,
Right.
love them for the
Right.
most. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She was like, "I'm like, you ain't never watched a Tyler Perry movie? Bad look, bad
That is
luck.
that is why I hate that man though.
This is
That
what I'm
is
saying.
exactly why I hate that whole his whole genre. I mean, some people like it. Um,
Hey,
you
I
know,
mean,
but like people are like, Ox, wow, like you're so well spoken and you navigate
well
through
spoken.
the intersectionalities of I'm just using big ass words now. But they're like you navigate through the work in college so well. How do you get along with everybody? How do you handle adversity so well? Like I've been dealing with racism since I was a child. Grandma calling me monkey. You know what I'm saying? She used to call me Ginger all the time growing up. Little monkey, little black boy. Like I straight up was dealing with racism from birth. And so when I go out into the real world and see a poorly tied noose, I'm like,
Exactly, right?
like
Like what
I've been
that
dealing with this shit.
see, that's why I don't get like how are you bad at racism? Like it's
How are
honestly not
you
that hard.
bad at
See,
racism?
I'm be honest. No, okay, because
Mm,
I now we're on topic. Okay, we can really fully diverge into this,
okay.
right?
Okay.
I don't like when white people say the N word, because they shouldn't. But it's not creative. You know what I mean?
It's not creative.
It's not. You know what I'm saying? People used to be so much more creative when they were racist back in the day. I feel like, you know what I mean? You know how many slurs I've heard from like
I,
friends that are
I
black?
told this I told this waitress the other day. She said, I hope I wasn't being too racist. She said a joke to my friend. I said, no, it's cool. Just don't call me a spear chucker and we're good.
I've never heard a white person say that word, that term. And I'm just like, why? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no, yeah, the N word is so uncreative. Yeah, that's so funny. That's my thing. Is like if you're going to say racist jokes, don't say the
don't
oh,
half-ass
cause
it,
you're
dude.
big black lit. Like say some funny shit. And if I
Ugh.
laugh, I'm gonna give it a pass. But that's the thing is racists are so unimagined. Like I think I'm telling you, and I've been out in front of this. I've said this for a long time. I'm telling you, racism is going to be diagnosed as a mental health issue.
That would
It's going
actually
to
make
be
a lot of sense.
it's going to be people like because you're so
You got to go to
like
therapy for that, honestly.
right. And what's going to happen is like jobs are not going to be able to fire people for being racist, but they're going to have to make them go through like you know racism training and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's why because it's going to protect the white people that refuse to adapt and understand that we're all the same. And they want to keep up this bullshit charade of like, oh, black people are different from Asians. Yeah, we are culturally, but not like that. Just because my skin color is different doesn't mean I'm any better or worse than you, or faster, or I love when we get company basketball games and I get picked first. I'm like, well, you are in for a rude awakening. I am not who you think I am. But I'm telling you, it's going to be labeled as a mental health crisis at some point. Mental health issue.
It's got to be, because I'm like, I swear, like it stemmed off of passion. I will say that. You know what I'm saying? I think people were passionately racist at once upon a time. Like
how they got a sex scale and like a mental illness scale. Like on the spectrum, there's going to be a race spectrum. Like,
yeah, okay, no, yeah, they got to be, honestly. Like,
are they on the spectrum? They on the race spectrum.
Man, like where would you identify on the race spectrum? You know what I mean?
Somewhere in the middle.
I shouldn't be saying this. This is not. We can't talk like this.
No, I mean, but it's facts though.
Yeah, you right.
It's not facts. We're not
Perhaps.
Facts.
I don't know. We some blasphemers at this point, man. I don't know what's facts with us anymore.
What were we talking about? College. So
that we were talking about race.
No, so yeah, like culturally, I guess like it was never difficult for you. Like you never, because I definitely struggled a little bit understanding certain customs of Americans. Like, yeah,
I think for me, actually, there was a certain lifestyle I was taught to live, and if I went out of that for any reason, for any amount, it's seen as a failure. You know what I mean? Like it was, you know what I'm saying? When I was a kid, at least, it was like school, church, and then like whatever mom signed me up for, you feel me? So I played like hella sports in elementary school. And I played hella instruments, you feel me? And it was just like that. And then, you know what I'm saying, you get middle school, high school, and then after high school, you go to college. After college, you get a job and you get married. That's what I was taught, you feel me? And you feel me? At this point, I have no idea if that's even realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that's a foreign family like expectation. Like, if you do everything the right way, you become a doctor and lawyer, your life should be made.
But that's the thing, yeah. Specifically, like doctor, lawyer too. Like, it wasn't like you go to college and get you a liberal arts degree, and then because you know what I'm saying. Even saying liberal arts sound like a taboo under this roof. You know what I'm saying? Like, like that just sounds like such a.
All right, I got a quiz for you. Do you know who the richest immigrants are in America?
I should, but I don't.
Nigerians.
Oh, why didn't I guess that?
That's put like it's just the whole doctor, lawyer, nurse, like that's ingrained in the culture. And I remember learning that and I was like, what? That's crazy. Like I would have for sure thought like one of the Euro countries, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so with the ancestry thing that's so interesting. So I'm 51% Ethiopian Eritrean is what it picked up, right? So that's pure blood.
That makes me feel really good about
my mom's and my brothers. It was my mom wanted to do it. It was a waste of money because we know where the hell you're from. Ethiopia, mom. There's no blending of anything, and I just wasted $97 or whatever on her ancestry kit. But hers came out 100% Ethiopian. My brothers came out like 99% Ethiopian, 1% Eritrean. Crazy that it could break it down like that. But then me, so I'm 51% Ethiopian according to this thing, and then everything else, right? And that's what you get to see happen to slavery. And I showed this to my dad, and he's like, you know what that means about your ancestors, right? A whole lot of fucking.
Hey, you're not wrong.
He said, so he said you have a family legacy to uphold, son.
I don't think there's much I'm allowed to say on under the recording, you feel me? But it makes sense now, you feel me?
Yeah.
Man. I was talking with a girl from Angola a while ago. Forgot about that.
We're not talking. We're not doing this. This is not where we. I mean, so what?
Nah, I'll be feeling bad. I'll be
Um,
forgetting. You know what I
what
mean?
is dating in the Bay like these days? You can give a blanket term. You don't have to give me any details about your specifics, but like, what is it? I mean, because I haven't been home in like 6 years. You know what I'm
Dating?
saying? Yeah.
That
Huh.
like I don't date in the Bay Area. You feel me?
Yeah.
At this point, you know what I'm saying? Dating in the Bay Area is we get together, have a conversation, whatever transpires, you feel me? And that's it, you feel me? Like
Okay.
we just kick it. You know what I'm saying? We don't date, we kick it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I've come to terms, bro. I ain't finding nobody out here. You know what I'm saying? And
A
that's my
girl from
truth.
Oakland. A girl from Oakland will break your heart. They are
Dude, a
all
girl from
players.
Oakland, I straight up tell them, I'm like, hey, you already down like negative 10 points with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you
If
from
you from
Oakland?
Oakland,
Oh
that's a
yeah, you
red
lost
flag.
points. Red flag number one. What do you mean? Like number one red flag, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what
Oakland
kind of
will.
astrological stuff she into. I could deal with that. You from Oakland? Oh,
Yeah, girls from Oakland have way too much self esteem, and they will all finesse you out of something.
it ain't even the self-esteem, bro. It's
Uh,
you heard P's and Q's by all black.
yeah,
Yeah, all that glitters ain't gold, and they be glittering. You feel me?
you wake
They be
up in the
glittering.
morning, your watch is gone.
Exactly. I'll be everything
Damn,
to me.
how we get played?
Yeah, I wake up in the morning, my glasses be gone. I'd be, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna see my glasses? Not even real gold, you feel me? They take
Oh
everything
man.
from me.
Okay, so dating in the Bay is bad. So everything. It's just. I
So,
mean, you got to give me like, what am I missing? What are the bright spots aside from family that I'm missing out on?
you got me with the big one right there, man.
Family.
Yeah.
Was it hard for you being away from family when you were living in Santa Cruz?
You know what?
Staying away
Yeah,
from.
it was. It
Mhm.
was. It was the first year was cool until Easter. That was my breaking point. I don't know why Easter. Actually, I love Easter. It's like a
Mhm.
big thing for me. But I remember I was in Santa Cruz because I think I had like some exams or something. So I was like studying everything. And then like my mom sent me a picture with like my whole family and everything, my brother, my
Mhm.
sister, and all them. And man, I just had to put my head in my hands, just like, damn, like I
Wow.
miss my family. You feel me? They all had a little Ethiopian
Yeah.
traditional clothes and everything.
Yeah.
Even Nate, I was like, oh, Nate got
Easter,
one.
Easter, Easter is a very big Ethiopian holiday for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we celebrated twice. You feel me? Like that's how
Yeah,
you know it's big. So
but yeah, man, I remember my first like semester at Penn State was like one of the lowest I've ever been in my life.
mhm.
Number one, it snowed. Everyone was like, "It gets cold. It gets cold. Get ready." And so I was like, "Bet I'll bring a hoodie." You know,
Told him the pin. Mm-mm.
that's not that. And I was wearing Vans out in the snow. Like my
Tripping.
feet are,
Yeah,
freezing. I'm wearing two. I'm like Sanka from Cool Runnings, bro. I'm wearing two jeans just to get to class.
man, and that was before like global warming too. So it was cold, huh?
I mean, every year I was at Penn State, there was record lows. I'm like, how is there another record low?
You
There were
serious?
they canceled classes one day because it was too cold to walk outside. Like there was ice written all over the sidewalks, and they canceled class. And that night, girls are still wearing skirts and high heels. Like those Penn State girls were built different, bro. Let me tell you.
Well, you
You
said
talk
that
about
night.
you talk about the super soldiers in San Diego.
Y'all must have had an E14 in Penn State, man. You said that night they were wearing skirts and high heels. I sound
He
like a
said
specific
international.
boulevard I know of. You feel me? The East Coast Figueroa. You know what I'm
Stop it.
saying? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like
This was
I don't know how they get
this
down
was
in
supposed to be a
Pennsylvania.
good thing. This was such to be a good thing. This is supposed to be like such an inspirational message.
We're not good people. I
I'm
think
a
we
good person.
going to the text messages. Just specifically the part where you said I'm not a good person. Matter of fact, the parts. Because look,
Nope,
I'm
nope.
I'm not a good person.
No, no, don't show that. So,
Hold on, look, I'm gonna go back to
you're back in school. Where are you going to school these days?
right now. I'm married, man. It's good
Okay.
though. I really like it. You know, like I wish I went to. I don't wish I went to community college, but I'm glad I went. You know what I mean? Like it's an experience, and I'm here for the next. I'm here all 2023, honestly, and I enjoy it. I got like I'm pretty good with like all my professors. They
Mm-hmm.
all know my name, which is new to
Mm-hmm.
me. I actually remember theirs, which is
You sitting in front of class and everything like that?
hmm?
You sit in front of class and
Oh, most definitely no. Come on. You know
oh,
what I'm
you
saying?
said no. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? P, you know what I'm saying?
What what is the crowd like? Like how different is it from the crowd that you had at Santa Cruz, or are you not distracted at all by like people at this point, and you're just like lasered in on just getting work done?
I mean, it's both. Like, I don't really socialize a lot, like during class,
Hmm.
unless like that's part of the, and it
Yeah,
has been a part of the thing, you know.
right.
But it is interesting how different it is because in Santa Cruz, all my classmates were white, and I think I had
Hmm.
maybe two or three um of darker tones. Not saying
Hmm.
they were black. I'm saying
Not
really
even like darker tone. Yeah.
it's darker tones and everything. Like they had to pause whenever they said African American and look me in the eye to get permission, which I didn't really enjoy. I'm like, I know you're racist. It's okay to just leave with your chest. Like, what am I gonna do? You're my TA. You know what I'm saying? Just you have the power here. You know what I mean? Like, to be racist, it's fine. I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing much I
Yeah.
can do.
Right.
But like that's how it was out there. Like everybody was the same age for the most part, like between a good like 18, 21-ish, 22, right? So
Yeah.
whatever. And then here it's like I'm going to school with kids like that I would consider like 17-year-old. Like I swear I was in class and press was like, hey, how old are you? Kid was like 17. I was like,
Crazy.
you got permission slip? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I shouldn't be seeing that. But I'm like, come on, like, you young. You know what I'm saying? You're not even an
Right.
adult. But then at the
Right.
same time, in that same class, I was in there with like some lady who was like pushing 60. And you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, and it was a small class too. And it
Hmm.
was just really diverse, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And
Yeah.
it is interesting seeing like people from a different life, like different lifestyles and everything, just there for some reason. And my professor looked like she was my age, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
Stop.
Like a
Our moms are
good
gonna
my
watch
age.
this. Our moms are gonna watch this. Our moms are gonna watch this. Stop it.
Hey, my mom's has been slowly understanding that I'm not as great as she thought I was, or at least hoped that I would be.
Yeah.
So
Oh my god.
sorry, moms. You feel me?
What are you gonna do when they shut down Twitter?
Live more. You feel me? I'm gonna be Twitter. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, think about those shirts that you were thinking about making are probably gonna be even more in demand once they take Twitter away.
Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna be rich. I'm gonna be Elon. I'll buy it back from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, straight up.
That's the new fun. That's what I'm gonna do with that shirt money.
Straight up.
Yeah.
So like do you have like a career game plan at this point, or are you just kind of going with the vibes?
It's kind of the same thing as my college career plan, in that I am going with the vibes, but I also just know like what the end goal is and kind of just working my way backwards with that, you
What's
know?
the what's the angle?
All right, man. So on some like super nerd shit, right? Like how
Hmm.
much I love like the comic book talk, everything. Woo woo. Trying to be a
Yep.
writer for some of them type of
Yeah.
situations. You feel me? Like
Uh-huh.
it that's like the goal eventually, like to be like screenwriters in honestly all kind of movies though.
Hmm.
But specifically, I want like credits in a really good superhero movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A good
Um,
superhero movie.
yeah, like
Would you like take a new character, or you would you is there like a specific person in DC or Marvel universe or any others that you would specifically want to write for?
no, I would take on a new character for sure. Well, not like a made for TV character though, like
Yeah.
because you know what I'm saying. Like I do have like this. I got a collection of sorts
Uh-huh.
of like books and everything, and I
Hmm.
ain't gonna show you because it's a lot. But you know what I mean? So I don't know. And honestly, I have since I was younger wanted to write a comic book myself, actually.
Okay.
Like on some super nerd shit, you feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's what excites me. So like the game plan was or still is, after I finish up with merit, I do want to work with some people while I'm in school.
Yeah.
That's why I want to go to SF State because I know like the film program has a lot of connections to a lot of
Okay.
successful. Like, look, I have
Okay.
the little pamphlet thing right here, and it was talking about how many like that's just San Jose. I'm not going there. I'll be seeing the SSU, you know what I'm saying, or
Right.
whatever. But you know what I'm saying? How many like award-winning people went to that school and everything? I'm like,
Hmm.
ain't no way I wouldn't be in touch with at least one of them. So,
Did you see the
I
fake
do want
did you see the fake documentary that they made on Atlanta
to,
about the creation of Goofy?
I ain't gonna lie, dude. I didn't watch that much of Atlanta. I watched like the first 2 seasons, I think.
It's on this most recent season. It's hilarious. So Donald Glover creates a whole fake documentary of um, going through Disney and how Goofy was the first black or was the blackest Disney movie ever. And it's hilarious though. And then did you see Wakanda Forever?
Oh, of course, yeah.
So where do you think that falls in so far in all the movies and how like what do you think of it?
I think it's top 10 for sure. I
Oh
don't know if
wow,
it'll break my top 5 though. You feel me?
yeah,
Just because like it was really cool, and I think based on what they do after the movie, it's gonna make more of a difference to me personally. I do think the movie was like really nice for just like the setup of the universe and just what they can do with that.
yeah,
And you know what I'm saying? That's the type of thing I want to like have a hand in, like watch a
right.
movie and then be like, all right, cool, I'm more with you on the next one, or like the shows that come with it. You know what I'm saying? Because they got that Ironheart coming out like next year,
Oh
or
yeah.
coming out, and I'm like, oh, I want to work on Letty.
How crazy is it that even in the Marvel cinematic universe, T'Challa is an absent father?
You were
How
setting
crazy?
that one up.
No, I was gonna set up my other joke about. I mean, they should have just pulled up to the Atlantis people with the with plastic bottles and straws and shit, and just
Hey,
polluted the ocean.
I'm with you. Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would they have done? You know what I'm saying? Throw a couple straws up in there, some of them beer things.
Did you find his like the whole villain like that part of it to be believable? Like,
First of all, he
because you
wasn't a
know, like
villain.
Marvel always tries to like make their villains like have a certain amount of like humanism to them, right? Humanity to
He wasn't a villain. I
them.
go to the grave with that. I was on his side, honestly. I wasn't like, oh, blow up Wakanda, because I was like, you tripping for that. You know what I'm saying? Kitty, but I'm like, honestly, he could have handled that different. But I see where he was coming from, because he did think Shorty
For
killed
sure.
girl was like, oh yeah, I'm finna spoilers, my bad. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I
But
mean it's already been 2 weeks. We can talk about
all
it.
right, cool. I don't know. Someone was like, you be a jerk if you so I don't know, whatever. But
It was. I mean, I thought I don't know. Like the one part I liked the movie a lot. It was so great. I cried. Damn, I'm talking about three
you
times
be
I cried.
crying. Mm.
Damn, I'm
You in
soft.
touch with your emotions, huh?
Yeah, man.
Right on. That's cool.
I, yeah.
Well,
Um.
good. That's important for someone like us. You know what I'm
um. No, I thought it was interesting. Like, why wouldn't Wakanda want to align themselves with the ocean people, right?
saying?
Like, there, I don't think that would have been a crazy ass like partnership, allyship.
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
I also thought it was wild. He was like, "All right, bet you're not going to join us, and I'm going to destroy y'all first, and then take over the rest of land." Which I thought that was a little like what's the, like a little extra. Also,
yeah, a little unnecessary.
why would you attack Wakanda first?
Yeah. I mean, no, I kind of get it though. They would be like the biggest issue, you know,
Hmm.
like it's kind of just strategic on their part, you know.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes
What
sense.
I'm saying?
So you
But
thought it was
like,
top 10? Okay, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, like I did I liked it a lot too. You know what I'm saying? Like I really like Riri, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Homegirl. I'm like, I'd be friends with her in real life, you feel me?
yeah,
Like character. I'm
for
like,
sure.
first of all, she was like hustling at MIT. I'm like, that was a good look, you know what I'm saying? She was running it.
Yeah,
I'm saying she
yeah.
was pressing big bread. I was like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He ain't finna do that. I thought it was Kiki Palmer at first, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
I really did. I was like, it just sound
yeah,
like Kiki should act like her. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh yeah, right on. And it wasn't. I was
yeah.
like, oh cool, fresh new black actress. Let's
Right.
see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she was fired. Yeah, she was hilarious. I liked the little, African and Black American, jokes a little bit in there.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, I thought the movie was fantastic.
yeah. And then yeah, honestly, like the one thing was just like there was no need for them to be at like odds with each other. Like
That much,
I kind
no.
yeah, I kind of do get what bro was like, oh yeah, like get me the girl and I'm finna kill her and then we cool, you know what I'm saying? Like I get where he was coming from. I feel like everything could have been handled with a conversation though. You know what I'm saying? Like
Straight
put
up.
me in the movie just as I am right now, I would have
Yeah,
solved in like 5 minutes, I think. You know
5
what I
minutes.
mean? But that's how I
Okay.
feel about most movies though, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, what was it was like at the end, I guess I don't want to spoil too much, but I just feel like a lot of people died that didn't have to die.
Oh yeah, for
That's all
sure.
I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You're right. Could have been averted with a simple, hey, I think we on a
Yeah.
misunderstanding. We
Like,
don't
why don't we
need
just work together? You know what I'm saying? Like, we know who the ops are. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know who orchestrating the animosity,
the
right?
U.S. military. Or no, was it the French
The
military?
CIA and that one
This,
professor. It was a professor,
yeah,
honestly, because the
yeah,
professor was like, "You can't do it." She was like, "I'm gonna do it," and CIA
yeah.
took it and used it. And I'm like, if the president ain't say nothing, nobody would have died. You know what I mean?
I think this is the first Ryan Coogler movie that had no parts of Oakland in it, or no like
Yeah,
allusion to Oakland.
yeah, but
As he,
I mean, my boy Michael B. Jordan did pull up. Oscar Grant was there. You know what I mean?
that, that was that was a great twist. He wasn't that.
Fire, fire
Yeah,
twist.
you're right. Okay, you're right. You're right. Oakland. Okay, he had that in there.
Oakland
Okay.
represented. You feel me? Oakland
Oh,
showed up. You know what I'm saying? Oakland forever. That's terrible. You got the Oakland shirt on, right? It's just a problem. I feel like when you're from Oakland, you always gotta let people know you're from Oakland. And
I mean, yeah. I mean, because
I've had
it's a
people, yeah, man, like I've had people from like school Santa Cruz be like, man, you be telling people from Oakland too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, guess where I'm from? You know what I'm saying? Like that's why. You feel me? And it's true. I would always introduce myself. You know, like you see how I got the little pronoun thing on my name. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how
uh
you're supposed to introduce yourself in Santa Cruz. My pronouns were Oakland. You know what I'm saying? Like,
huh.
you know what I'm saying? Everybody would he, him, they, them, she, her. It's cool. I'm different. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know how much I don't want to be in Oakland. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like when you're from Oakland, you understand why you hate Oakland. When you're not from Oakland, don't talk about Oakland. You feel me?
I love Oakland to death. You know, I'm gonna transition to the back to the Raiders real quick. I love Oakland. I love that I'm from there. I love the strength and all that shit that it internally built in me. But I want all you guys to like go away. Like I want you to like get out. I want my sisters to like get out. I want your brother to get out. Like I just feel like Oakland's gonna be there. It's gonna change and like I think people there's so many great people within Oakland that just never leave. Just go out, try something new, try something different. You're gonna hate it. I lived in Oxnard for 4 years. It was uh, I did not enjoy it for me. Let me say
Okay.
that.
No, I get it.
Yeah,
I get that
yeah.
because I didn't enjoy Santa Cruz for me. I get it.
But you got to at least experience that, and that's how you know you didn't like it, right? Like that's my policy.
Mhm.
Always try, say yes to everything. Well, not everything. Some dude handed me a bag of crack last weekend. Did I tell you that?
You should have said yes to that. I mean, not say
No,
yes to trying it, but just say
no.
yes to
Dude
you know what I'm
said you
saying?
seem like a good spirit here, and gave me a bag of crack. I'm like,
You could have just
you
sent that to
you
me,
try.
man. You could have handed that off to me. I would have solved it. You know what I'm saying? I would have figured it out. You would have got a hefty cash app amount. You feel me?
I was like, I am never coming back to this establishment again. And I
Hey,
went
it's
back
all
the next
good.
day.
Point me in that direction. I'm sorry. This isn't me. This isn't me. I'm better now.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, man, like I just think that as many young people as can possibly, feasible get out. Like just go experience new parts of the country, of the world really, but the country.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like,
Yeah.
I've traveled more outside of the states than I have inside of the states. And
Yeah, that's true.
most
Yeah.
of it is because like I'm visiting family mostly, you know what I'm saying, when I travel, But
Hmm.
it's definitely like it is like a curiosity thing in me, which is like why I've decided I don't want to stay in Oakland forever. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Uh I just don't know where I want to stay at, which is why I kind of want to get around. You know what I mean?
And that's what going to Penn State did for me. Like I enjoyed 3.5 of the years. I hated that first semester. It was terrible. But outside of that, like it forced a lot of growth on me. I had to learn like how to communicate with different types of people. I learned about different types of parts of the country and actual like racism versus bigotry versus like there's actually some cool like I learned a redneck is not a racist person, like that's a culture out there. I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, like that inspired me to like never want to be comfortable. Like when I moved back home from school, I fell into a little funk and I realized because everything was just too routine. I know this sounds crazy, but like I knew what my week was gonna be like.
Yeah.
That's not fun for me. It was like meal prepping my life pretty much. Like I knew
Yeah.
I was gonna go to work. I was probably gonna link up with so and so after work, or do a happy hour with someone at the company, and then come home. Like it was just too routine, and it was for me. I was like, I'm 25, and like my life is pretty much made up. Like I knew a lot of people because of I grew up there, so like a lot of the hurdles were taken away. Like being able to skip to the lines or get discounted food from places, like just always getting hooked up. I know it sounds crazy, but I really did not enjoy that part.
No, I mean I
And
get it.
so like yeah, when I get comfortable is when I start to get a little depressed, to be honest. Like I like to put myself in situations where I have to like think on my feet and try something new. I might not like something, but at least I learned that I didn't like it.
Makes sense to me, honestly. Like
Yeah.
it's an adventure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I be saying like I do enjoy a little
That's
danger.
probably
I
why I
say
like
that's
toxic
more aggressively.
relationships. Wow. I just had a realization. That's probably why I like toxic relationships.
Oh,
You
was
never
this
know.
accidental therapy?
All right. That's a breakthrough right there. Wow. Okay.
Because I was thinking about that for myself too, actually. Because I, yeah, can't
You
say too
never know
much.
what you're gonna get. No, yeah, yeah.
Huh?
But go ahead, I cut you off. I apologize.
My bad. I'm over here thinking about um
Stop.
what we. I don't know how to put it in words. You know what I mean? It's my problem. I don't know how to really speak English. This is my second language, actually. Fun fact.
Oh my
A lot of people don't know. A
gosh.
lot of people don't know about that about me. You know what I'm saying? Not my first language.
My
You know what I'm
my mom wants to use that when at convenient times. I don't understand. I'm like, Mom, you've been
saying?
in this country as long as me. You can
Nah,
speak English.
I know what you mean, man. My pops the same way. I be
It just
selling that.
they are the smartest people, right? But they love to play dumb when it's
Yeah.
convenient.
I'm like, man, you came here since, you know what I'm saying, before
These
Bush. You know what I mean? Like, how you gonna tell me? You know what I'm
these
saying?
people who navigated all across the country. My mom is getting a doctorate right now, right? She
Man,
won California Teacher of the Year
really?
and all of this stuff. And then all of a sudden, I don't understand. I'm like, get out of here.
Yep. Yep. Like how does man that own a successful business that's survived long as I've been alive. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how long the business that he's owned survived under his watch. How you gonna tell me he don't understand the words coming out of my mouth right now? You know what I'm saying? Like
They love to turn it on at convenient times, and
yep.
it's such a superpower that they have. Because who's gonna question them?
Hey
I
man, at that
don't
point you just gotta
understand.
cuss him out. That's dangerous, but hear me out. You know what I'm saying? Then what they
Hey,
gonna do?
my mom's accent used to get thick when she would yell at me when I was younger. It didn't happen often because I was a great kid growing up. But when she would yell at me, her accent would come out like crazy, and it took me everything not to laugh. And it was so bad because it was so cute. Like she would be messing up, shit, like I'm just like, I'm gonna go to the room, go to my room.
Man, I know I got an uncle like that, man. But it's funny because my parents.
What do you mean you have an uncle like that? I have an uncle like that.
Okay, I have a different uncle like that, man. You know what
Okay,
I'm
all right.
saying? We have,
No, I'm saying we have the same uncle. So which one?
my bad, not one Tess. You know Tess, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he's like he my uncle at this point.
yeah,
I be calling my uncle. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah. I got you, Unc.
yeah, it's you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Tess.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, I remember I came. It was like I came back from Santa Cruz. I brought a friend with me, and he was staying in my house. And you know, say we went over to his bar. I was like 19. I was 18 actually. It was my first
yeah,
year. Came back, and my dad took me over there to visit him. You know, he owned Shashamane.
yeah, yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I pulled up, he was already drunk. I was like, oh, for sure. So he was trying to give us beers and shots and everything. And
Right.
I took my shot. And my dad looked at me. I looked at my friend. He was like, man, act like you hurting. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't do this.
yeah,
And then he said something. I remember I was yawning. And then my man's put out the thickest accent I ever heard. I could barely understand him because I was like, man, you speaking a different language now,
yeah,
son.
yeah,
This man put me in a headlock, bro. Like, Tess small, you feel me? Like he's skinny, he's short.
yeah.
Man, I couldn't get out. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't like muscular or nothing either, but I was
Right.
bigger than him for sure.
Yeah,
I thought I
yeah,
was stronger too. Man, I
yeah,
couldn't move. I couldn't breathe either. He was like cussing him and all the stuff in the accent while he was drunk talking about some how you gonna yawn when I'm speaking, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm like, bro, I've had a long day. It is like 11 p.m. You feel me? I woke up hecka early, had like classes, all that stuff,
yeah.
drove back home, and I don't know, man. And that was I'm scared to yawn around immigrants now, honestly.
Dude, a childhood trauma attributed to my dad's side, not my mom. Oh, actually, both. So anytime my mom saw me relaxed as a child, like
Ooh.
like resting or having like enjoying myself, sitting down watching TV or laying in bed, she would find some chore for me to do. Right? Have you done this? Have you done that? I used to pretend like I was busy at the house all the time. Every time I hear my mom coming by, turn off the video game real quick and act like I'm just reading a book or something like that.
Yep.
Like that's one thing. So I'm always like keeping busy, and like I feel like relaxing or resting is a bad thing.
It's a
And then my
sin.
dad, and then my dad, I would say, Dad, I'm bored. Can we go do something? And he's like, bored? What does bored mean? There's no such thing as the word bored. And he's like, the next time you say you're bored, I'm gonna make you. And he used to make me do this. I'm gonna make you grab a dictionary, pick out 5 random words, and write a book report about it. He's like, if you want to be so bored.
That's such a doctor thing to do.
So so I would always I like the idea of resting and relaxing and just laying around is not like really a concept I know how to comprehend. Like if I'm not doing something, I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah,
Like I would get grounded for being bored. I remember that. Like my mom's, dude, I got punished for like the worst things. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Like,
yeah.
cause like I remember I told my mom one time, I was like, "Oh, I'm bored." She was like, "You're bored? You're ungrateful. I'm gonna take away your Nintendo DS, your GameCube, your Wii." I was like, that's my 3 things to do. You feel me?
Hey,
Like,
bored is like the equivalent of the N word to a
oh,
hardworking
dog,
immigrant family, huh?
yeah, they would be like, bored is a sin. What do you mean you're bored? You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Coming from a Christian family that grew up Orthodox, that meant something. So I was my fault, you know what I'm saying? My fault, OG. I ain't bored. I'm
I
having a
had to
great time.
run up, I had to walk uphill 3 miles just to get to class, and you're bored.
Man,
Yo, another
man.
thing, pops. My dad used to drop me off late to school on purpose growing up, so that I would figure out my own way to get to school. So like, like it was a weirdly like kids always got punished for showing up late. It's like I'm not old enough to drive. Like this is
Yeah.
not up to me. And so it's weird for me that schools will punish kids for showing up late, especially when you don't know what's happening at home. You know what I'm saying? You're lucky I'm here at all. And so Pops would drop me off late on purpose so that number one, I would figure out another way to get to school. And we lived like not close to school. So I used to either have to ask the neighbors for a ride or just leave dumb early in the morning. Or he had me figure out the bus route at like the 3rd grade.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, I got love for Richard, Dr. Turner, you feel me?
I love
But I
that.
ain't gonna lie. He was more African than my dad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
I
always
remember
say
you be talking about how he ain't feed you, talk about some you're African, you can starve a little bit, man. That, let
that's
me
straight
see
out of
his
the
license.
Ethiopian textbook, huh?
Let me see his license to be a doctor. I ain't gonna say you ain't gonna harm nobody than that. How much trauma you got from that? You know what I mean?
Oh my God, man. My dad had some game back in the day. I wish I could share. I don't know if I should share or not. I can't. Oh my God.
You gotta share with me. I ain't gonna lie. Hey man, I'm 22 in college, a single. I ain't gonna lie. This is nothing harmful to me. I
I'm
need
gonna
some.
tell one story and then I'm gonna ask you some just like quick hit questions and then we're gonna sign off because I want to watch the rest of this.
All
Never
right,
mind,
cool.
we're losing. Um, he told me one time we were driving in traffic and we were driving in traffic and he saw an attractive woman in the car next to it.
Right.
He's like, hey, watch this. I said, what? He gets and a minor fender bender with her, like taps her bumper, taps her bumper to exchange information with her, and took her out on a date later that week.
Yo, don't nobody do it like him. Oh my goodness.
If he's not, he fits the description.
Hey,
uh,
was he invited to the international players ball that year? Cause he's pure
uh,
pimping for that.
how
Right.
much of that? And how much is that like driven? Like, because animals they have like such an easy way of life, right? It's like eat, sleep, mate, and die. That's the 4 things every
That's it.
animal. That's all they got to worry about, right? Humans got to worry about taxes, got to worry about crossing the street, got to worry about getting my car broken into, got to worry about family drama. Like, do you think they have family drama in them? Yeah, they probably do. They probably got family
Right.
drama in the animal kingdom.
They're probably forgetting about it real quick though. You know what I mean? But I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Be like, oh yeah, auntie just, you know what I'm saying? Just I don't know, but I don't know.
Um, Pick up the restaurant in the bag. Go.
You said best?
Yeah.
I was shot in on like the border of Berkeley and Oakland by the Children's Hospital. Best one.
You're taking your best friends there.
Yeah, I have.
You're taking a date there.
I would, yes.
You're
The owner
taking
know me.
you're taking your white friends there. Because
Oh,
I have a different restaurant for every one of those.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm taking my white friend somewhere else.
Somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
one with like good service.
yeah. I'm taking them to
Why? Yo,
in
it doesn't
Starville.
matter how packed, how empty an Ethiopian restaurant is, the service is always trash, and that's how you know the food's gonna be good. The
That's a
like
lie, bro. That's
what do you
wrong.
no, I the service is just so slow.
Nah, dude, I gotta disagree with you. See, this is why this is the best spot. It
Okay.
may be in the United States, to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
because this spot got good service and good food.
Mm.
See, it's crazy because
That's a unicorn.
yeah, right. No, it's a paradox. Honestly, it shouldn't exist. You know,
What's your go to dish
it's a
if
combination.
you're bringing someone new?
I'm getting everything. There's no go to. I'm getting just the
I go
veggie, the meat
I always
combo,
go
and the
veggie
samosas.
combo. Oh, you get both?
Yeah.
I always go veggie combo. Add the dodo what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I love dodo tibs. I got roasted the last time I ordered dodo tibs at an Ethiopian restaurant. The dude was
Mm-hmm.
like, "This is not Ethiopian. Dodo. There is no dodo tib."
Yeah. Hey, first time
So
I ever
I didn't
had
know that
fish
was such
sticks.
a. Oh,
Yeah.
fish tibs is fire.
Yeah. I was pescatarian for a while. So I was eating fish. You feel me?
God, I'm
Yeah, I
so
know.
glad
I'm
you're not
sorry.
anymore. That's such a.
Oh,
I Pescatarians are on like on the top. People that work out at the gym with their shoes off, and then pescatarians right below.
oh, I think there's a couple tiers in between. I
No,
don't know. Because pescatarian to me was what I was. You know what I'm saying? So I was,
so high and mighty.
yeah, you know what? Yeah, maybe honestly, like I don't think I was that, but like I think a person that makes that their personality might be a little on the not enjoyable side. You feel me?
I mean, there's this person at the gym who has a vegan decal on their car. Like, you really like
Throw some at that car. You know what I mean? Like, what's wrong with you? They be
like
working
their
out without
whole
shoes too.
no. Uh,
You know what? I'll say this because you be
uh,
getting on me for going to Planet Fitness. Okay, first
yeah,
of all,
yeah, they give you free pizza on Fridays.
they ain't get me free pizza on Fridays. You feel me? And even if that was the case, I'm good. You feel me? Where's the
Yeah,
pizza?
you're a pizza guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, thing about Planet Fitness though, they be wearing their shoes when they work out. You feel me?
Oh, okay. So it's a 24-hour thing.
Yeah, it must be, or just like a good gym thing. You know, like
Oh,
that
you
might be
think
the
your gym
sign
is
you're at a good
better than
gym.
24-hour fitness?
Huh?
You think your gym is better? You think Planet Fitness is better than 24-hour fitness?
No, no, definitely not. No, I'm saying though, one thing that we lack at our gym is people, and for a good thing too. I'm not mad at it. I actually appreciate that about my gym because you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It could be a lot worse than it is. You know, people don't give it enough credit. People wear their
You know
shoes at it.
what's funny is the amount of people that actually respond to those stories, like lightly irked that I'm making fun of people that work out with no shoes on because
Bro,
they are those people that work out with no uh
you
the
know
amount
what?
of people that actually like identify as they're like, well, actually it's good. I'm like, no, there's no freaking way like it's gonna help you that much, especially that little baby weight that you're lifting right now, right? Like there's no way you need to have your shoes off right now. Put your shoes on.
Yeah, I've heard that like deadlifting with no shoes is good for some reason, but like,
They learned that on TikTok. It was a TikTok thing.
yeah, but I'm like, at least wear Crocs. You know what I mean? Like,
Crocs. I mean,
at
just put
least
at least okay
at the
at
very
bare
minimum.
minimum socks. Don't be out there raw dogging the
Would they be
ground with
raw
your
dogging the
toes.
mats?
Raw dogging the mat. Yes,
That's ridiculous. Because I'll be seeing
that's
people with the socks on at least.
that's how you get a staph infection.
Maybe they just need to learn. I'm gonna be honest with you.
They just need
Like
to learn.
maybe yeah, you just gotta like step on those spots a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Go outside, get in the mud, step on that spot real quick,
I'm gonna
and
start
like
leaving tacks around for no reason,
ah, I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying,
or
you
just
know what I mean?
accidentally break a glass bottle.
Hey man, yeah, you gotta get you someone send you one of the special bottles of C4 and just like drop it. You know what I'm saying?
Have you seen people in? I feel like that this is a Bay Area thing at this point. Like some of the earthier areas, people walking barefoot in like grocery stores and stuff. Not homeless people.
I saw that one time.
There's like ground. They're called like grounders or something like that. These people that like to walk
I won't
around with
let them have
no.
a name. I won't. I refuse to. I refuse to let them name themselves. Okay, what they're
You're
called is
not,
dirty. Okay, that's what they are. That's what the group is. Okay, dirties. You know what I'm saying? I refuse to let them have a name for themselves, man. They need to
all right,
repent.
man. How do
It
people
was
find you? I'm signing off, bro.
it was the Trader Joe's in Berkeley. I just throw that out there. Trader Joe's in
Trader
Berkeley.
Joe's. Of course it's Trader Joe's.
I like Trader Joe's.
Yo,
Not
I
that one.
love how in there's like a the policy is like if it's under like $200, people stores can't like stop you or detain you.
Yeah.
And yo, people just be stealing at Target, walking out with whole carts of
Hmm.
like, and it's funny because you can see like this person about to steal, and they walk right out, and I look at the security and they go,
Man, hey, Target got that whole thing of dealing with people. Though. I'm actually scared of Target. You know what I mean?
"Oh wow,
Like,
I love why."
oh no, I love Target too, but like I'm scared of it because it's like, I walk in with my hands out, people see I got what I got. You know what I'm saying? Like I walk in, if I'm returning something, it's like
Mm-hmm.
what's in my bag, and I'm walking out with
Yeah,
the receipt too, because it's like
right.
I ain't stealing nothing. Because as soon as they catch you with a felony, they gonna make sure that felony stick. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
they
no,
never gonna sue you.
they go extra hard on me at Costco usually.
Really? That's
Yeah,
the spot.
they check that list like it's Santa Claus.
You know what? I mean, that makes sense though. You know what I'm saying? Mr. San Diego, man. You in suburbia. I wouldn't, I'm saying? If I just seen a guy like you, if I was talking to y'all and be like, oh, this man is a upstanding citizen. No, I'd be like, oh, you from Oakland. You must be a terrible person. You feel me? Like,
Wearing an Oakland shirt, he definitely stole
exactly.
some. Yeah,
Yeah. I'm like,
I'm putting the
when's the last
target
time you
on my
didn't steal
back.
something? I asked him what the last time you paid for something was. You know what I mean? On your own account too. You know,
Oh man,
with the money that you earned. You feel me?
how do
But
how do people follow you, man? Where do you want to draw yourself to any socials, or you have a sign off? Something you want to say to the people?
um, if you think I'm a good person, I'm not.
Ah,
Just
yikes.
yeah. I don't want to set expectations high because I feel like I have for myself and I regret it. You know what I mean? Like
That
it's
was the issue. That's where
yeah,
you went wrong. You set the
yeah,
bar too high for
exactly.
yourself. You had too
Yeah.
high
So
self esteem.
yeah. So I really need to come back down and just be honest with myself and just the world. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a terrible person. You know what I'm saying? There's people much worse than I am. I'm just I'm
I am who I
I'm
am.
fun. That's what I am.
I am who I am is the most Ethiopian phrase you can leave it at. I am who I
Okay.
am.
I am who I
Hey,
am. That's it. It's me. Probably got a flag in here somewhere. I don't know where it is, but
I don't think all right, cuz. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just watch the rest of this Raider game, man. It was good talking to you. I am really proud of you and keeping me honest with the gym with these workouts. I'm gonna try to come see you during the holidays sometime. But yeah, good job, bro. Keep it up and inspire people out there. Don't be a bad person.
that's actually a lot, dude. Remember, I am from Oakland, so
Scumbags in your blood.
yeah, man. Oh man, an Oakland Ethiopian, dude. You asking a lot, man. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm a lover, but I'm not a good person. You know what I'm saying?
All right, cuz. I'm gonna sign off, bro.
All right, cuz.
Thank you for this. I'll see you.
All right.